Good. I'm glad it's not as cold as it has been.
No, today is a lot warmer than it's been.
It's so nice. The sun's out. It's beautiful. We're about to have a Mercury retrograde tomorrow.
It's probably because it's not. Yeah.
You said we're about to what?
What did you say?
The Mercury retrograde starting tomorrow.
I don't know what that means.
It's just like astrological stuff.
So tell me what that means, because you hear about it all the time. So
like people just, it's how the planets are in alignment. So like when, depending on how deep you want to go into astrology, like the date, the time, everything, it's based on like the planets, where you fall and how everything falls. So a lot of people look at Mercury retrograde as like chaos.
Oh, okay.
And like just a lot of like, don't make a lot of permanent decisions. Be careful. Double check your work. Technological issues. Just kind of like similar to like full moon. Like if there's a full moon,
I was just thinking about that. Like
it's off.
I don't know. Okay, because I remember when I was a kid, I was like full moon.
I love full moons.
I do too. I don't know why it's weird. It's like one of those things. Like
they're very calming.
Maybe I might be a werewolf today or something like that. You know what I'm saying? I might turn it up a little bit. You feel me? It's different. Parties are different on the full moon. Straight up.
People are different. I feel like if the majority of our body is water and it affects the water that much, how could it not affect us? Like as beings.
Yeah.
Animals act different. The water recedes. Like there's just a lot of shifts. So why would that not on some level?
Do animals really act different during?
Yeah. Patterns change. Eating habits change. How they move changes. Like there's a lot of different. Maybe it's the aliens.
I mean, we are made of water, right?
Maybe it's the aliens.
Oh shit. That's crazy.
It's like Namor and them down there.
Yeah. Hey, that might be cousin. You know what I'm
saying? Very interesting. Very, very interesting. Yeah. No, I've heard the full moon thing. My mom always used to say it when she came back from work. It was a full moon tonight. That labor and delivery floor was crazy.
Oh, in the hospitals, it goes crazy. My mom used to say like patients that had like Alzheimer's and stuff would act like super like weird. She just would always say like the hospital was just rough.
During the full moon?
I mean, your body does react to nature. Like, if you have bone problems, you can feel when it's about to rain because the air pressure changes. So it's like there probably is some science behind why we get, affected. Like you said, we're mostly made of water. Of course, it would affect us.
I think it'd be ignorant to think that.
You niggas turning to Sailor Moon during Mercury's retrograde.
I thought it would be cool. Like, if we could, anytime I swim like in the ocean, I'm like, it would be so dope to be like a mermaid right now. And just like swim off.
Yeah.
Or talk to the little fishies you see by the reef. Like, how's it going, bro?
You said to be a mermaid?
Yeah.
That's wild.
I think that would be so fun. Well, I mean, he said he sees a full moon and thought, werewolf. Why would you not be swimming thinking like, I wish I could just...
I mean, that's wild too, though.
Breathe
This thing is wild too. I don't know. The ocean is scary. I'd be more afraid of the ocean than I am of space. I'd rather be in space.
Really? You tripping, bro.
That's wild. I don't know what I'd rather.
The vacuum of space.
I'd much rather be in the vacuum of space than the intense pressure of the ocean.
I think there's intense pressure in space as well.
There's no pressure. It's a vacuum.
It's a vacuum. As soon
so
as you touch
everything would expand.
You seen Total Recall?
Yeah, everything expands. No, you don't explode. That's science fiction. You don't explode.
Shout out.
You just bloat up and just float away. Like that's it. You're free. You'll freeze. You'll bloat up. Your body will expand, and then you just.
Yeah, I don't want to do that.
All the oxygen is just sucked out of it. Yeah.
You think you could get big like him? Just up
there,
just big.
Something like that, yeah. Something like that.
Come back, just little monkey man.
No, that's not gonna happen. You're not coming back. It's game over. Game over.
I need to watch that, by the way.
Space would be more ideal than the ocean.
Really?
Yeah. We're able to map that a lot better. We can travel wherever we want in space. We can't travel wherever we want in the ocean.
Because the aliens have been holding it down.
Aliens got some, you know what I mean?
How'd you feel hearing that?
I didn't hear it, but I was told about it. So, so I still don't even know the full scope of it, right? Like, I just know that they're saying we have aliens. I don't even know the full story. Like, what's the full story?
Aliens in the ocean. Let's see.
And before we get to aliens, what's up, y'all? It's The Bridge. It's your boy Kel. You know what I'm saying? I'm doing a little, I know it sounds like a little midnight radio track, whatever. It's all good. Y'all be okay. You know what I'm saying? It's your boy Kel's. And I'm sliding over to my boy Tyler over there. You know what I'm saying? He.
What's going on, y'all? Hey, look, production in the back, he getting whispered in his ear. So, he holding it down for the team.
Low key. You know what I mean? Hey.
And of course, we're gonna kick it over to Ashley. You know, before we get into the heavy topics, we're gonna run the intro. Welcome to the bridge, y'all. What we got kind of like a bye week, I guess you could say. You know, we're kind of in the middle of all the news. It's the holiday season. A little bit of crazy stuff going on, not as much. You know, we really getting in and out of it. Right now, we're talking about the aliens. We're gonna get back into that. I don't know the story of the aliens. Like, what is the story? I know Congress has been having like hearings or meetings or whatever, and they've been talking about it. Like, what's going on with that? Where's this coming from?
So my thing is, I do little TikToks every now and then. You feel me? And this one, I don't know. I just felt like it was crazy because I mean, you know, we talk about supernatural shit. You feel me? Every now and then, aliens has been a topic before. Shout out Keisha. I think Keisha was here for the first time we talked about.
Oh
aliens.
yeah,
Because Keisha want to see the aliens, and I was like, nah, I don't want to see no aliens. But you know, the thing is about aliens and the ideology of aliens is obviously through religion and whatnot, we think we're the only people in this universe. You know what I'm saying? And
No, not everybody.
who?
I don't think we're the
Oh,
only.
okay.
people
I
in
mean,
the
I'm saying
universe.
religions, right? Like religions are they most of them, not all of them, base their religion off of saying that we are the only beings, only spiritual beings in the universe, right? So because of that, you know, the ideology of aliens or any other type of species, intelligent species or whatever, you have it. That, in my opinion, would shake the foundation of a lot of religions specifically, and they're talking about their existence using our taxpayer money, you know what I'm saying, in Congress as though they might or might not be real. Now, mind you, our institutions, schools, courts, just, you know, any system that basically puts us in control, their foundations are based from religion itself. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's on the dollar bill. What does it say on the dollar bill?
In God we trust.
In God we trust. You know what I'm saying? And so, you know, obviously through Christianity most likely preaches that we are special. We are children of God. Aliens, where are they? And, you know, there's always different ways you can go around and say, well, aliens were mentioned in the Bible. I know somebody's going to say it. I know it for a fact. You feel me? But if they're more intelligent than us, what does that mean? Are they demons? Like, what, you know, but I think every religion will have some kind of loophole to go around it. But it's the fact that they're talking about it as though there may be some type of existence. So I think, for me, nobody's talking about it as much. It's really calm, you know what I'm saying? Really chill. Oh, yeah, they're just talking about it, whatever.
Didn't this happen though during like COVID too? Like when
This
everybody
happened,
wanted to storm Area 51.
yeah. This happened back around that time.
Everybody was outside, yeah,
I feel like
chilling.
this is like the third or fourth time that we've had like.
I was gonna say, yeah, there was one point in time where a report finally came out, like they declassified some documents that basically
I think
said,
that was during COVID.
was that it? And
That's
then they
such
were
a
like,
fever dream. but
that was
yeah.
when that happened. That was when everybody was like, oh, aliens are real. And what you're doing right now is kind of what everybody was saying. Like people were like, oh, okay. And then the other people were like, yo, what are we doing? Like they're saying aliens are real. Like, what are we doing? And so
I think
there's
we're
that whole
so
thing.
desensitized, and we've
I
heard
don't
this so many
think-
times.
I don't think people will care until it's shown, right? You could tell me a million times, oh yeah, aliens exist, but until I see them, I'm not going to believe in them. You know, we're not taught to have faith in aliens. We're taught to have faith in God.
So if they
So-
stop us from going into the ocean, because I think that was the thing, they're found in the ocean. So if there's like a mass mandate, no beaches, no oceans, like until further notice, then you'd be like, oh, okay, aliens might be.
People would say it's something else. I don't think people would believe it. They need to see physical proof that aliens exist. Like there has to be physical proof. If that happens, everything's done. The world is over. The world,
Over?
a true panic. No,
You don't
like
think we're gonna coexist?
a true panic. We had a conversation about this because me and Juan, we were talking about third body problem, and if the existence of aliens became public knowledge, there would be a complete collapse of religion.
Yeah.
And that would cause significant issues.
Yeah.
So you don't think one could exist without the other?
They can.
They can, right?
Society
yeah.
as of right now will not allow that.
So you think we're that simple that it's
Oh,
like
yes.
it's either
hell yeah.
religion
Hell
or it's
yeah.
alien?
Trump
Yes.
is president. You know what I'm
Yes.
saying? Like,
Yes.
That wasn't everybody's
If-
decision.
If the large majority of Christians are given information that we are not the only life in this universe, there would be a complete collapse of the church
Yeah.
system.
Do you think it'd be a complete collapse, or do you think, you know how everybody jokes about like the Vatican having these like secret hidden articles of information?
Uh-huh.
Do you think the Vatican would say, like, would open up and say, like, hey, we've known about this, like the church is aware.
No, the Vatican.
The Vatican would spin it.
There we go. They will all spin this. They would
spin it. They
the
would say,
church
"Oh,
has
don't
power.
let
They
the
will
don't let the
not give up
demons
that power." Yeah, facts.
Don't let the devil's influence
Facts.
tell you,
All of
because
that.
these
So
are
it wouldn't be
demons
an
coming out
alien,
the
it would be
ocean.
demons.
Yes.
Yeah,
It would
just
be
like I
demons.
said,
That's
yeah.
how they would have to spin it, because if religion collapsed the world,
So like
religion is a
apocalypse,
necessary institution.
like seals are being broken, end of times, demons.
They would
are
probably
here.
go with that. Yeah,
They'll spin it. They'll
they'd
spin
probably
it
spin it into the apocalypse.
Yeah.
But then if they do that, once again, everybody's going to go crazy.
Yeah.
So it's like
Either way.
We're living in an episode of Supernatural.
it's all the society is all a bunch of dominoes, like a bunch of Jenga blocks stacked on top of each other, and if enough of them get knocked out of place,
but if
this
we
whole
can,
thing comes crumbling down.
if we can exist in a world where we think that there's like lizard people. I know you've seen like the conspiracy
that's always
theories
like
with,
a
like the
that's always
lizard
a
people
but that's
and
like a
look at their eyes
minority
change.
though.
It's like a joke. Haha.
That's a minority.
Yeah.
Like
So you don't-
until any of that stuff is proven true, it's all hearsay.
Mole Man and all
Old
that.
people, the
That's what I
underground
was-
tunnels, all that.
You
Yeah.
don't think it would just open like a breeding ground for everybody to be like, I knew it. Like I knew
All the
it.
people who were the minority of people who were like, yeah, that existed. Yeah, they would
But
say
you
that.
don't think more people like actually feel that way? They're just not openly saying it. Like I think aliens are real, but I'm not just gonna like walk around and be like aliens, woo. But like if I'm asked about it, I
So
think
there
so.
would- there would
So do
be
you think
more
like
people-
passive people. That
Yeah,
are,
more
like,
people would join that and be like, yeah, I knew it. I had always thought and suspected. But at the same time, the majority will always deny it. People tend to deny things that
they can't
they
explain.
they can't explain or they don't have proof. That's why religion works very well, right?
That's fair.
Because religion works on the instance of you don't need proof. You just need to have faith.
Mm-hmm.
But aliens, the supernatural, lizard people, all of that exists
need
on
proof.
you need proof. So it's like,
Yeah.
there's the disconnect. I don't know. It would if aliens are real, because I sit on the fence. I don't know. They could be real. They couldn't be real. But I do think about the fact of this universe is this big and there's no other life in it but us. That's crazy.
It's
Like,
wild.
that makes no sense. There's so many universes, galaxies, all kinds of things. I think we're not able to find them. I do think a lot of the theories that were put forth in science fiction, like third body problem, like the whole dark forest theory, like I think that's true. I think it's better that we don't find aliens, because what if we find somebody who's like, yo, why you looking at me? And then they just blow us up.
Yeah,
Straight up.
I think it's very ignorant for us to think that we are better than or more advanced than
In any other race or species or
especially
whatever.
when we don't know. But I mean, for us, we live in America and we think we're the best country.
Well, it's not only
Our
that.
education system sucks. Like we have our own issues, but we can't even look and say like, oh well, maybe the UK does this better. Maybe this group does this.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think it would be. I personally wouldn't want them to come, but I mean, okay.
I mean,
feel
it's,
like we've lived through enough. Like, throw some aliens in there.
like I've said it before, religion made us believe that we were special. That was like the first thing. Like we are special because we are
That's the whole point.
children of God.
Mhm.
And so anything else is not your dog. No snakes. No.
But we saved them.
We're
When
saved
Noah
what?
put everybody on the ark and all the mosquitoes and
I mean, but
cockroaches and zebras didn't eat each other and then stayed on the boat.
the whole way.
Didn't eat any food. Just living on.
That's like the fantastical of religion, right? Religion has to have fantastical stories in order
Yeah.
to make it powerful. If it was just like, oh yeah, he went to an island that just so happened to have a bunch of animals on it and they lived while the world flooded,
Yeah.
that wouldn't really make people be like, oh God, he moves in mysterious ways. You got to have the fantastical in religion. Like religion is, like I say all the time, religion is an institution that is necessary. Without
is.
religion, a society cannot grow unless you have a society of logical people, which is impossible.
Clearly, after this election, I mean,
It's impossible to have a society of logical people. We need religion to help with dictating people's behavior, right?
it creates like a moral compass.
So if aliens are real and religion is proven to be false, everybody's moral compass goes out the window. You're going to see an increase in crimes.
Oh
You see an
yeah.
increase in violent crimes.
You think?
Looting going crazy.
Looting, stealing, killing,
Oh, it's
rape.
aliens? Let's go
all
out here.
that.
We about to go get everything before they take everything. Straight up.
Yep.
That's wild.
It's going to be good few years of just descent.
Yeah, oh yeah.
So like, if we were in third body problem for real, and like, you know, the aliens are coming. Spoilers.
Martial
the aliens
law
are coming.
Martial
Yeah, it
law.
was
They're gonna
wild.
have to, and they're gonna have
Martial
to put
law.
us under martial law because people will riot probably
Yep.
that first year to
But
5
riot
years.
and do what? Like even in third body problem, there wasn't a solution. So riot and loot for what? The aliens aren't gonna come
just
for
for
your Louis
the
bag,
just for the
like-
sense of I'm gonna do what I want because I'm gonna die anyway.
I'm gonna die anyway. Yeah, facts.
It's a sense of like I'm gonna die. There's nothing after death because religion has just been proven false. So there's no heaven or hell. So now I'm gonna just do whatever.
That would be wild because look at how we operate and people believe in consequences.
Yeah.
Like people have been.
So if you find out there's
comparing-
no consequences to your soul,
Your actions, yeah.
then you're just like, oh yeah, bro, I
It's
just
time.
die and it is what it is. Y'all
It's
just
time.
kill me. I'm done. Like,
let's get it.
This
on to the
sounds-
next.
This sounds worse than like the Walking Dead problem. Like I'm good on all that. I'd want to skip it. Like I think we've been through enough.
The Walking
Like,
Dead
is there-
problem is kind of crazy.
Is there like an opt out? Like I don't want
Yeah, there's
this
an opt
chapter.
out. It's called a bullet.
I
Yeah.
don't want this chapter. I think we've had enough.
Here, sign on the dotted line. There you go.
I need like a blue pill, red pill situation. Like how
No, the walking like so you mean like a zombie apocalypse and everybody riots and goes crazy?
Oh yeah, I'm just saying. Like I feel like there's no solution. Like
No.
I used to
Yeah.
believe that we would never have to face anything like that, but then COVID happened, and I was like, if this is how people act for COVID, if a zombie virus happened, we're dying. We're all
it's like
dying.
the worst
Oh,
group
yeah, it's
project
over, yeah.
ever. So I just started watching Walking Dead,
Mhm.
and I was so confused. And maybe I'm like a little pyro, but why didn't they just catch them on fire? Like, why didn't the guys lure them into the CDC, make all that noise, get them in there right before the building exploded? Or in general, like just setting them on fire.
So who are you expecting to set them on fire? The people who were trying to stop it when it first started?
No,
or
I didn't
like
get that far. So when
The
I
survivor.
literally
I mean,
started
there's no
like season 1.
there's no like really. They don't really go over the beginning.
I
Season 1 is the beginning of it,
there's-
right?
Yeah, so I'm on The Walking Dead season 1. I think like episode like 6 or 7.
So you're saying why don't they just round all of them up,
Yes, and just
put them in a
yeah, like
Well, that would have required the military to do what they're supposed to do. But the thing about zombie apocalypses in movies and all that is that there's always there's no organization.
Oh, never.
Organization always fails immediately. That's the first thing that has to fail in these movies for it to make.
I think
somewhat sense.
containment was like a prelude to COVID.
Mm-hmm.
And then they took it off the air during COVID and then they put it back on. But I think how
They
they
did,
tried to
yeah.
find patient zero in containment,
Mm-hmm.
I think that whole situation is very much like how we handle things
So what it is
as a
also
society.
is the human element, right?
It's flawed.
Your boyfriend just got turned into a zombie. You gonna just burn him? Like you just
I probably would.
fuck everything. You're not gonna be like, oh, there might be a cure.
No.
You're just
I'm not putting them in the
Barbecue.
barn like that man did. That's wild.
I would
to
put
me.
them in the barn.
I would not put them in the barn.
that's family.
Yeah.
You're not my family, bro. You're what?
But you
He can
don't.
be cured,
but you
though.
don't know if it can be
Yeah.
cured or not.
Honestly, I saw those things. I don't see how you get back to you. I think that's
I mean, after years of decay, but we're talking about when it happens. When it first happens, there's no signs
like when the girl
that
killed
you.
her sister. I saw it. Like her sister was laying there. Boom.
Mm.
That's what I would want. I think it's the same as like if I'm a
She said, "End it."
vegetable, if I have no cognitive abilities, like please be my angel of death. Like
I think that's the
I'd
thing,
look
though.
out
That's
for
why
you.
they didn't just like put them all in a room and just burn them all. It's because they were trying to fix the problem.
Oh
They
well,
don't-
I
they
saw because
don't-
I would have been
They
airing it
don't.
out.
The death and extermination is usually the last response.
It would have been a big old bonfire.
Just burn 'em up.
Throughout the
Facts.
scientific,
Barbecue.
like if scientists right now, if scientists made a zombie and they can't do anything to it, like they're gonna try and cure it first. They can't cure it. They're gonna see if they can like immunize it or make a vaccine against it.
Van
They're
Helsing.
gonna
they went
try
through
and
all that,
find ways to prevent and stop it from happening or reverse it.
and it
Yeah.
still didn't
And
work.
then if they get to the final thing, then they have to let it like euthanize it.
But I think by
that's
the
like-
time we get to that point, everybody's dead.
Yeah.
Like, if you watch Van Helsing, that literally breaks down all the steps that were taken. The government came in, they tried to help Vanessa, couldn't help her. She finally wakes up, then they're useless. Then it's like politics. You got the rich people, you got the poor people, you got the vampires, and we're all just trying to get in where we fit in. And it's like, you get to a point where it's like, what if they're stronger than you? What if the aliens come and take over? And then it's just like, we're mere little people. We can only do so much. Our weapons aren't going to do that much.
But do we lay down though? Like
No, we're not going to lay down. Aliens, we're not going to lay down.
I think it
We're gonna
depends on
fight.
what kind of aliens. Because
I
there was,
don't think it matters.
I think it does. Like, are you like zap first, ask questions later, or are you like assimilating and blending in with the people and you have allies? Like, is it third body problem aliens, or is it like scoop your brain out and I'm zapping you on the roofs, and as soon as you come outside, like we're scanning and zapping? Like, what level of alien?
I think no matter what level, they can come on some peaceful shit. We still shooting.
Oh yeah, that's true.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
They don't let them come to the United States first.
The only way
We
we lay
busting.
down for real is if there's literally like at the top level, presidency, all of that they realize there's nothing we can do.
I feel like there's nothing that we can do, and that's why we've hidden it for so long, because we've always joked about aliens. Like in life, that's always been like an ongoing, is it? Part of the Marilyn Monroe conspiracy was that she knew aliens were real. That was part of like the why she died. So it's like these have been around, the situation, the conversations, the movies, the documentaries, people with missing organs that can't explain them. They've never had surgery. There's no marks, and they just woke up, weren't feeling good, and they're just missing a liver. Like random stuff that we've just tucked away and neatly packaged into Hulu and Netflix documentaries. I mean, I feel like we know. I feel like
If that's
we
the
know
case,
and we're aware, and there's probably some kind of deal.
There's still
We're
no
going through
real.
a desensitization program where they're like, okay, we're just going to slowly desensitize.
I mean, that
them
could be
over
the
time.
case. too. That could be the case,
Think about
too.
COVID. Containment was out. They showed us exactly what was going to happen. You shut it down, you quarantine, people can't leave. Same stuff happened. Some states listened, some
I was
didn't.
about to say nobody followed that. Like, for real. People
That's
just.
where I live. That is not true. Like, we were locked down.
What, you talking about
Lockdown.
during COVID?
Yes.
Where at? Where was you at?
I lived in Pennsylvania and Ohio. So my grandma
Nothing
lived in PA.
going nowhere?
I lived in Ohio. Ohio mandated that alcohol was a necessity. PA said no. PA is Commonwealth. People in Pennsylvania had to have, at least on the Pittsburgh side, had to get a note from work when they got pulled over by the police for driving. They had to show that they were an essential worker.
Oh,
In
yeah,
Ohio,
yeah, we
I
had
got
that.
in
did that
trouble.
out here?
Yeah, we did.
In Ohio, I got in trouble because I wanted to quit the parts department.
I think we had to get like it's like a form or something like
Yeah.
that. You had to have it on your person.
And if you got
in
caught
your
with
car.
it, you were getting fined. And like they were threatening jail
Oh,
time.
they did that for y'all.
Yeah, where was you at? Oh,
I
yeah,
was
you didn't have
here.
to do all that shit. Yeah, that's
I was
facts.
here, but I
Yeah.
was chilling in the
No,
house.
Like when I moved here, like right after COVID, but I wasn't able to see my apartment or anything because we were still so locked down. I would have had to come here, see it, go back home and quarantine somewhere for a week before I could do anything.
They were selling those cards.
Like
I remember this. Yeah,
it was very,
They were
very
selling them.
strict.
the cards, I know they sold
'Cause you
vaccination
couldn't
cards.
drive. You couldn't drive. If they
It was-
pulled you over, you was going.
like,
So they were
period to
selling
jail.
cars. Oh, if you need to drive or you need to travel, we got the cars on deck. Yeah, bro.
It was
It's
at
all-
the very, very beginning.
Bro.
They sure wasn't doing that in Tampa.
They was doing it out here for sure.
They
I
weren't
remember.
doing
But
it
it
in
was-
Tampa.
Everybody was,
was
on the
very,
stories.
very-
Yeah, I got the cars for
I
$100.
went to the stores packed out. Niggas buying everything.
everything,
bro.
yeah.
No, like
But-
our stores had limits. So like I was living at my dad's at the time, and it's a very rural area. It's North Lima, Ohio, close to the train derailment. A lot of people have land, so a lot of people have a lot of kids. There were limits on the meat.
Yeah.
And I remember like arguments where it's like, I have 6 kids.
Yeah.
Like you're limiting 2 chicken breasts.
True.
Like it was a lot. And there were a lot of rules.
Yeah.
Like it was rough.
Yeah, the elderly were allowed to go shop early. So, and then, you know what I'm saying, around that time, so they'll come in
I
like
guess
an hour
none of
or
that
two.
happened in Florida.
You know, Florida don't give a fuck, but you know, I don't give a fuck.
But I mean, Atlanta didn't care either because when I got here, the
I was about to
clubs
say,
were
when I came
wild.
up here,
Oh, yeah,
yeah.
as soon as the clubs was like, they give them the green light.
Like when
it
I
went crazy.
moved here, it felt like night and day. Like my dad was like, him and my mom and everybody was so afraid. They're like, you're gonna die. And I was like,
We're
what?
moving out here?
No,
Yeah.
for real, though.
Damn.
Everybody was acting
Like,
like he's finna die, getting
they
COVID.
literally,
bro.
I mean, yeah, that's true, that's
I
true.
probably still have the text where they were like, you're very inconsiderate. Like we've just lost all these people. And for me, I'm like, bro, the majority of the people that I know that passed away, not to discredit their deaths, they were people that did not leave their home. They were people that followed all the rules. They did everything they were supposed to do, and they caught it and they died.
Did they have
Anyway.
compromised immune system? Did they have
No,
underlying conditions
not everybody.
or anything?
No. And then I was outside. Like I had traveled, I moved, I was at the club every day. Like I was
Damn.
at compound when they had the pool.
Hey, you ain't give
Like
a
I
fuck.
was outside. Like
You said, fuck
no,
it.
She
I was
said, fuck it.
I was living my best
You only
Atlanta
live
life.
once.
Like, Compound had a pool inside of I was there for that little. I didn't get in the pool, but
About to
like,
say you got a pool?
no, I did not. I was actually working from my phone in there at the time, watching all the Ratchet festivities.
Yeah.
But it was a time.
No, it was crazy.
But people were like, "You're posting being at the club, and you're doing this, and you're doing this. Like, you're gonna die. You're gonna die." And I was like, "Ooh, but I'm not.
Right.
Like, and
Yeah.
I'm good." But yeah, it was very strict, and they were still on lockdown. And my dad's like, "How are you out? Like, what do you mean you're working?" I was like, I got bills. Like, I got a job.
Yeah,
Like,
we
what
got
do you
real
mean?
shit to do.
That's crazy.
Like, it's open here, wide open.
Yeah, no, people didn't care.
No.
I don't know. For me, from what it seemed like, people didn't care. So that's why I don't know, man. If aliens are real, because we've had stories of aliens for years. Since before we were all born, there were stories of aliens.
Facts.
And there will continue to be stories of aliens. But until they march an alien out on the television
So you
and
wanna
they are
see it.
like, look here, there's an alien, there are aliens amongst us, they live amongst you.
You want the sign shit.
They've been here. They've been living. They've been thriving. Blah 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 blah. They're peaceful. So on and so forth.
I don't
Whatever.
even think you guys would believe it. It
I
would be
don't-
like fake news, AI generated, fake
Not
news,
for real
prove
though.
it.
I'd have to have an alien pull up in my backyard.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I
You gotta go
still
that
don't think
far,
people
really?
would believe it. They're gonna be like, I need to see this at the
U.S.
mall.
government official aliens are real. You still not believing it?
They literally said that
Damn,
in the
nigga.
news. And we
But like
said,
my
"Oh."
thing is like why? Okay, so you're telling me this why? Why? So it comes down to I'm gonna ask why? Why are you telling me this?
They've told us for the last 5 years, we just don't care.
My thing is just why? Like
It's
why
a-
does
yeah,
it? Why
'cause
does it matter?
Mexico came out. We got
They
aliens.
said aliens are real. And we're just
Everybody
like,
said they got aliens, but then you see the aliens, and you're like, bro, what the fuck is this?
I think that
Niggas be making clay sculptures and shit, talking about some look. It's an alien. The shit look like fucking ET.
They do look
Ain't no
ET.
goddamn way aliens look like
That
how we
motherfucker
imagine them
look
to
just
look.
like that
Bruh.
Mexican one. You look that
The
one
Mexican
look just
statue,
like
dog. That shit look
yeah.
like little ET, bro.
Facts.
But I think-
Nah, and that's exactly why I don't believe them because there's so many people who don't give a fuck and they just like, yeah, let's just say that shit. Oh look, the
That's what it's like.
chupacabra is real,
But
nigga.
the issue is an alien to the definition is just something that we don't know.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
similar to like a UFO, like an unidentified object. Like we call illegal immigrants aliens. Like it is a term that we just throw around.
I always
Well,
thought that was like a
alien-
derogatory thing.
Alien, yeah.
they just
yeah,
trying to
yeah.
trying to fuck them up.
Alien
That's
is
crazy.
anything that is not identifiable. So a UFO is not an alien. A UFO is an unidentified flying object.
Period.
Which means it could be anything.
Literally, until you identify it
It
and
could be
say
something
that's a
that
plane.
it could be
Right.
something that we might have a new age Wright brother making a fucking saucer plane or some shit, and that motherfucker flying it, and everybody like, oh my god, it's
It's a
aliens.
UFO,
Nah,
yeah.
bro, that's just Johnny. You know,
So you need it walking, talking.
I need
somewhere
proof.
where
They need to pull up and be like, yo, Tyler, what's up,
You
man?
need bleep bloop.
Nah,
in your
nah,
face.
yeah.
I don't need all
facts.
that. Y'all don't need to come see me.
Nah, come see me. Shit.
If
Don't
Come see
don't,
me.
do not see me, bro.
Yeah,
Hell
I'll
no.
take
see
your,
me.
you can FaceTime us.
Yeah,
Oh, I got
for
y'all.
real.
I
Matter of
got
fact, don't
y'all.
even do that. I don't even know him. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I want the shit from The Simpsons when Mr. Burns was glowing in the forest.
I know.
And walking out the backyard. I want to be out back, smoking or some shit, and then I just
Lit.
see Tyler.
no, hell no.
I don't want that. You can
I'm
FaceTime.
like, oh shit.
Yeah, I don't fuck with aliens. I said it before. As soon as they come, like as soon as we know that they like officially real, we're done. It's over with. We're either already.
We
under
wouldn't be the
control.
minorities anymore.
Who?
Black people.
I mean, I feel like minority. That shit blown out the window. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Hey, look.
We wouldn't be. We would not be
Them
at the
niggas,
top.
them
We would
niggas
not
that
be at
come
the bottom
probably on some.
anymore.
My thing is, aliens, no matter in what form they show up, they're better than us because they have mastered intergalactic travel.
Do you know what would be so funny?
So we're done.
If the aliens came and they were black.
That'd be funny.
Like,
crazy.
That'd be funny.
like if the aliens come and they're like chocolate, like they
That'd be hilarious.
Hey,
I'm like, hey, bro,
just-
take me with you.
they
Let me
buddy
see
off
y'all
of
planet.
Watchmen. Off of
Like,
Watchmen. They what's
yeah.
the name? And they just pulling up like him.
That
like,
would be
Like
so
Dr. Manhattan,
Like,
that'd be crazy. Oh
then
no,
I
we're
think
done.
then I think war would break out.
We're done.
Oh,
I think
hell
it would be
yeah.
chaos.
There wouldn't even be
They
a war.
blown
Like,
ass up. They said what? Get that nigga.
well, I mean, everybody who
They're
ain't
black.
black is gone.
You're an alien.
I think that would be
it's
so
a wrap for
funny.
us, bro. I ain't gonna lie. We're done. They gonna
Bump
put us up.
green, bump everything else. But I feel like whoever they are, they obviously are smart. And I would just be really, really curious to see how this plays out. Like, you guys have been stealing organs. If we believe all the hype, you've stolen people's organs, you've stolen animal organs, you mess up the crops, send your little sign messages back, you come, you leave. I feel like they don't want to mess with us. Like they never stay.
Mhm.
They like, yeah, no, I'm good.
No,
Like they
Earth-
take a
Earth-
cow every
Earth
5
is-
years.
Earth is ghetto.
like,
Yeah, I mean, it's ghetto. It's definitely
Earth
ghetto.
is ghetto.
I think
For sure.
whatever they are, they're smart enough to be like, let's just let them
Yeah, no,
self-destruct.
Earth too ghetto for him.
Cause we
Shit
too
wild.
volatile for real.
Look,
Honestly, that's really what it is.
Look,
It's
they
just
gonna
way
come
too
here, they're
volatile.
gonna see Trump's cabinet and be over with.
Or they're gonna come and see that the cows aren't cows anymore and be over it. Like imagine trying
Right.
to get like one of the fabricated cows, no
yeah,
organs, like
yeah.
all fake meat. They're probably like, yeah, we have no use for you people.
Probably. Shit's crazy. Either way, that's our
Aliens.
thoughts on aliens for sure. But I do want to get into a little bit of a politics thing, kind of
Oh,
trailing on the
God.
last episode. So we all know Trump is set to be the next president, and he's picking his cabinet members, and I think he's got some pretty interesting picks in there. You know,
That's a nice way to
I've
put
been
it.
kind of seeing a little bit of it. You know, I'm checking out from politics. You know what I'm saying?
What's your,
I'll
what's
be
your
back in
favorite
4
pick
years.
though? What's your favorite pick?
I don't have my favorite was Biden enlisting the 15 or attempting to have the 15 black judges appointed to stop
for real?
what Trump is
automatic?
doing.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I like. Trump's picks have been wild. I think I'm not gonna
Trump's
say my
picks have been
favorite,
very wild.
but the lady from the WWE,
The
like,
man, yeah,
That's my favorite.
yeah.
I saw a WWE president
Department of
education.
Education.
I was like, none of this makes sense.
School about to be lit.
Like, what?
I mean, I'm gonna tell
I
you
don't
why
think
she's
she's
my
gonna get
favorite though.
picked.
I'm gonna tell you why she's my favorite.
She has a sex scandal out right now with
Yeah,
a minor.
that's
She's a
it.
predator.
That's not the reason why she's my favorite though.
Oh, okay.
But I remember back in, I want to say elementary school, I had a wrestling game called No Mercy. You know what I'm saying? If y'all know, y'all know. You could play as Linda McMahon. You know what I'm saying? I used to go
Okay.
crazy.
Terrible
in that
reason.
bitch. I used to go crazy.
And that's why she's your favorite.
Absolutely, because she's old, right? Like she was old in the game. So when you whooping a nigga ass with an old lady in the game, it's like, oh shit. And so now she about to be, it's just,
The Department of Education.
ain't that some shit? That's crazy. How just life, you
You
know.
wrestled her caricature.
Yeah.
And now she's the Department
look,
of Education.
It's a weird reason, but that's, you know,
Okay.
yeah. Is it a great pick? Absolutely not.
It's a weird time, so I mean,
But it's like, you know,
who cares at this point?
I used to play you on a video game. It's pretty, you know, now you about to be in the office in the cabinet and everything.
I mean, I used to steal cars on the video games. Doesn't mean that's what I'm doing. Like,
No, hell no.
That's
You know what I'm saying?
wild.
But yeah, that's, you know, it's
Okay.
just a nostalgic little.
So you like to see? Okay, I feel like she could have had like a better place in the world.
You one of the people that'd be cool with The Rock if he was president, huh?
I would have rather had Arnold.
I didn't completely like zone out of Trump being president. I was like, you know, I mean, it's bad, you know what I'm saying? It's not a good thing. Obviously, I voted against him every time, but it's like,
I will say I'm interested to see his cabinet is very interesting. They all have a lot of shady stuff in common as far as criminals, felons. Everybody has a sex tape or a sex scandal, some hush money that has been exchanged. But I did see Trump go backwards on illegal immigrants.
oh
And
yeah, he did. Yeah.
He said that if you get if you get any degree from any kind of university where you do any kind of higher education, that you can qualify to get your green card with your diploma.
Which, so you're not going to bust him out. The reason why he's doing this, by the way, his financial advisor was like, hey, you're not going to be able to do this. You know what I'm saying? Like
Financially, it just doesn't
this
make
is not
sense.
going to happen. So you're going to have to say something to keep these people in.
And he changed it for entrepreneurial.
Didn't he pick Dr. Oz to be like,
Yes.
Yeah.
He's not even a real doctor. His entire campaign, do you know what he did? It reminds me like when you pick your team for kickball.
yep,
In high
that's
school,
exactly what he did.
And you're like, bro, I'm about to get all my friends and even
That's
some of the people
exactly-
I don't like. Like,
that's
okay,
exactly what he did.
don't like her, but she's fast. Come on, girl.
That's
Don't
crazy.
like you, but you know what? I think I can boss you around. You're in. You know, you'll kind of get on my nerves, but I know that you're a hard worker and you're going to make this look good. Come on. But I don't
That's
even think he's
crazy.
putting that much. I think it's like, you're my friend and you want a job? Cool. Everybody's just
Hey,
texting
look,
him.
Trump doing
Like,
what he doing what black people
what's
be
up?
wanting each other to do. He putting his niggas on.
No, for real.
we would
He
never
is,
have
though.
Hey, hey, they said put me on,
would
bro. He
never
said,
have
I
that.
got you. I got you.
But we would at least make sure they're qualified. Like, I
Ain't that
don't
what happened
hire
in
friends.
head of state?
Yeah.
When Chris Rock was
Yeah,
president.
yeah.
He put all
He
his
got
niggas
his
on.
niggas in, yeah.
Look,
Literally.
same shit. Trump the blackest president.
Oh, shit.
Nigga got shot putting his niggas on.
terrible.
What's next?
That's crazy. That is actually crazy, though. That is fucking wild, bro. In real life. Obama, you could have did it, bro.
He could not have. That would have.
Cannot.
This is the epitome.
Is it not crazy that the blackest president has to be a white man?
Because a black person could never. They could
Oh
never.
shit!
Hey, we live in a crazy fucking time, bro.
That's a terrible way to think of it. I'm not
Hey, look.
laughing at that.
He gave niggas money. You know, he didn't give us the money, but you know what I'm saying. Niggas think he gave us the money.
I'm not encouraging that. Mm-mm.
Oh snap!
Oh man,
That's wild. His most qualified candidate, I would say, I think it's Pat Bondi. Let me see. Or Bondi.
Bondi.
Bondi? Okay. Pam.
Pam Bondi, yeah.
She's the most qualified, it seems like, on paper from like a logistical standpoint. But she is shady too. She accepted the $25,000
donation, yep.
donation to stop investigating Trump University.
Yep.
Who's your favorite?
Oh, Dr. Oz for sure.
Wasn't he like getting sued because on his show he was like lying to people when they were getting sick?
I
Damn.
think so.
And then they found out he wasn't even like a real doctor.
Look, he thought about what he
Ain't
dealt
that Dr.
with.
Phil?
He thought about
They
what
both
he.
not doctors?
No,
for
they're
real?
not doctors. I don't think.
Honestly, we gotta stop that.
So
Like
look,
paper
that's
doctors.
Oprah's fault. You ask me.
Why?
Hey,
What you mean?
She's back on the show.
She put him.
She finna take us out. You need to chill out.
My bad. Hey, I'm sorry. She trying to. Hey, she really tried to come for your ass, bro.
I didn't do nothing. She better come for Angelina Jolie. I didn't do nothing.
Anyway. But
These
yeah,
are all thoughts.
so you telling me they both not doctors? Real quick, they both not doctors for real?
Let's check it.
You have
Let's
to.
fact check
Anybody
it.
is a doctor. The Real Housewife Sheree put in her thing. She's a doctor. You just get a doctorate. Anybody, you can literally just go do a doctorate program and call yourself a doctor. That doesn't mean that you're like an operating professional.
Can you really use that title though?
Yes. A dentist is a doctor.
Okay, so
People that are mental health therapists can be doctors. You can be psychology. You can have a doctorate of mental health. You can have a doctorate of social health. You can have a doctorate in arts, humanities.
You don't have to go through
Dr. Oz is a doctor.
Okay,
He has a doctorate. Yep.
a medical.
So he has a doctorate
MD.
degree.
MD.
Of medicine. Yeah.
Yeah,
Of medicine,
Doctor of
okay.
yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
He
I know
did heart
Dr. Phil
surgery
wasn't.
and
in the 70s. No,
in
I'm
the
playing.
80s. In the 80s. In the 80s. He stopped doing surgeries in 2018.
Okay.
So his license remains active in Pennsylvania.
And I think they were like trying to take it away from him. And that's why he quit. Like he had a big scandal as far as like him practicing and not giving proper information. But anyways, yeah, that's why I hate when people are like, oh, call me doctor, whatever. Like it's not, to me, it's not that it's capped. They just need a different title for it. Because if we're on a plane and somebody's having a heart attack, I'm not going to be like, where's the doctor of philosophy? Like, I need CPR. Like, where are you? You're going to expect a medical doctor.
Yeah.
I'm not even going to expect a dentist. Like, get out of my face. Like, I need a practicing medical personnel to help me.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like that needs to change.
I think if I was like a doctor of like philosophy, if somebody asked for a doctor, I wouldn't. Yeah, I just do philosophy. I don't do that shit.
Get on LinkedIn
So that's
and start
another
looking
thing
at them
too. Dr.
people.
Phil did have his doctorate in psychology, but he hasn't renewed his license since 2006.
Yeah.
So he's not a practicing doctor. Right?
And psychology isn't the same as a psychiatrist. So if he wasn't a psychiatrist, he couldn't even prescribe medicine.
Did he?
If he was only psychology and not
I think all he
psychiatrist.
really did was like psychologist stuff. It was
No, but I'm
basically
saying-
live therapy sessions.
But I'm saying as a
on his show.
doctor, like using the term doctor, like even with that, it's like at least a psychiatrist can prescribe medicine.
Yeah.
You're just
Well,
talking.
Well, I mean, a doctor is anybody who gets a PhD.
Right.
You can get a PhD in a lot of things.
That was yeah. I think you missed that when you were
Oh.
looking it up. It's okay.
I was looking it up, but
Yeah.
I'm
That
just
was a
saying
discussion,
him.
like people just saying, I'm a doctor, but you're not like, if I need CPR, you can't help me.
Oh yeah.
Like, that's- yeah.
Not every doctor is. Yeah.
A doctor.
They should probably come up with a different word for it.
That's what I was saying.
FDR, fake doctorate.
No, it should be a different word because when you think doctor, you think medical.
Period. Every time.
You
No,
don't
not
think.
every time, though.
I do.
I have professors that was like, you know.
I mean, you have a doctor. You can
You
get
know.
a doctorate in like music theory. What you gonna help me with? Humming?
yeah, that's a fire hummer. You know what I'm saying?
I just think it needs to be like a
it-
professional of, or you could even call it a master's. Everybody loves to have their masters of psychology, masters of whatever. But there needs to be a differentiation because I'm tired of all these people, especially the honorary doctorates. Oh my God.
Oh, no, those ones need to just go away. I mean, they need to just stop giving those away anyway.
Do you know honorary doctorates remind me, speaking of religion, saints?
What do you
Saints.
mean?
It's literally saints. Like, if you could have an honorary doctorate, it's like, oh, you've done enough work in this field to, be granted this degree. Saints in religion, you've performed 2 miracles and people had good stuff to say, here you go. Same
I've
thing.
seen people get honorary doctorates and they don't do
Nothing.
I don't see them do shit in the profession. So it's like, that's why I know I don't believe that shit. Like,
I literally will look when somebody has like a doctorate in their LinkedIn, I will look to see like, what is it? Like, are you a doctor? Because they're good to have like a white coat on or a professional, whatever.
Yeah.
And then it's like doctor of science and get like, goodbye.
Political science?
Come on, man.
Yeah.
Sheree from Real Housewives put doctor in her bio, like, as soon as they gave her.
We know she kept.
But that's wild to me. Like, people really have on their social media. So if you've never seen this person and you're scrolling, imagine just seeing doctor whoever. And then you just find out they were granted a degree a year ago.
Doctor Who ain't even a real doctor. No, I'm just kidding.
Doctor Who was better than some of these doctors.
Give me Doctor Who any
I
day.
need the
But
remote.
no, it's just crazy. I don't know. This is gonna be interesting. It's like he's pulled in so many different people, but he definitely put his niggas on.
They're falling off quick, though.
Niggas, my bad.
He only put one nigga on technically, but
And he reminds me of Uncle Ruckus.
There you have it.
I mean, yeah, I mean,
there you have it.
he still got more to pick, right? He still got more to choose.
Does he?
Everybody's falling off.
Who's the secretary? Who's the sec def?
Secretary of Defense?
Yeah,
I think he has that. I think he has that.
Matt Gaetz. Let me talk to you for a second, bro.
He dropped out.
You fucked up, dog. Like, and you did. You drop out of Congress. You think you about to get that seat, huh? That's what you thought. That's what you thought was gonna happen. And then they got in your ear, told you not to do it. So you telling me you don't have no positions no more? How you fumbled your own bag, bro? Like, how you do that? You knew you had all that shit in the background. Why you think you just gonna get in? That's my thing. Like, you weren't gonna get in, bro. Like,
A felon is a president. Why wouldn't he get in?
that is true. That is
His,
A 34 count felon is the president.
You see the domino?
Why
the
would
domino
my
effect?
little sex
Just-
scandal overshine that? Like, he's had sex scandals, he's had 34 felony counts, and he's able to be the president of the United States of America.
That's another qualifier. Boy got felon.
See?
That's terrible. You are not about to compare black men as an entirety to this foolishness.
I mean,
No.
we're not doing it.
No.
We're not doing it.
No.
We have
man.
our ideology towards that is higher, but
That is terrible.
The average masses believes that that's actually the
But
thing.
that means that you're encouraging when the average person walks down and sees y'all that y'all are just no good felons, killing your wives, multiple baby moms,
I mean,
and jail counts.
I don't
That's what we're
really
laughing
have
about.
to like reinforce that. That's
not fun.
unfortunately that is a reality for us. So
Yeah.
it's like
I'm not laughing at that. I refuse to. No.
it's like nothing we can really
We're not
do about
encouraging that either. Because they're going to take clips from this and be like, see, I told you they love us. They voted
Somebody,
for
nah,
us.
bro.
Somebody is about to chop and screw y'all.
Somebody
and
clip
have
this
y'all-
up and be like,
Oh,
they saying Trump is a nigga. That's
I ain't
crazy.
gonna lie.
Y'all are about
That'd
to
be crazy as fuck.
in their group chat, and they're gonna be like, "I told you the blacks were voting for me. The blacks were actively talking about us
You don't need
on
us
the
to
black
prove that.
podcast."
You don't need us to prove that.
This
There was
don't
a-
help.
There was a.
This is the fake news, and y'all gonna end up in the group chat, and
There
I'll be
was
like, "I told y'all."
There was an
crazy.
infographic that said this many black men voted for Trump.
He gonna say this is one of
He
the
got niggas on his
92% that did
side.
not, because y'all are just. You're about to be
You
in the
can,
group
you
chat.
can go into any hood. Them niggas probably, if they voted for Trump.
They
That's
definitely voted for Trump.
terrible.
Yeah.
And I'm not gonna think like that. That's terrible. That's terrible.
It's like I said this last episode, or one of the episodes, it's a movie. It's been a movie since he got into me.
I'm done
I ain't gonna
watching
lie,
though. This is crazy.
Like I said,
Welcome to Idiocracy.
I'm at
This
the point.
is the start.
I'm just at the point where I just gotta.
forgot to go watch
You gotta just laugh at the crazy shit. Like I can't sit here and be like, well, it was me. I gotta really, you just gotta laugh at it.
I'm not
There's-
encouraging it. I'm not laughing at it. I think I'm so like I don't care. I just want to focus on me
But see,
and
that's
my
what I'm
business.
because I really,
But I'm not encouraging it either.
That's true.
Because it's
Being neutral?
foolish.
Yeah.
No, I'm not neutral. I don't like it. There's no neutrality. Like, I'm not neutral. I don't like it.
You don't like it.
I don't like it.
But
I don't like that we're having conversations about pedophiles running the country. I don't like that a woman with a sex scandal with a child is over the Department of Education. I don't even have children, and this is just not funny.
oh no, in fact,
Like,
I mean,
it's not, the world is about to like quickly come to its destruction, all because people allowed their racism to overtake it. And I will not laugh at that. Like, I do hope these people get what they voted for so they can like have a slap in the face and realize like they messed up. But I am not about to sit here and giggle at the racism and the stereotypes put on us. That's not, no, I can't.
Don't put your kids through public schooling for the next.
Public, private, it doesn't matter.
you shouldn't. I mean, public school has been bad for years.
Like,
But I mean, like, really, right now though.
It's. I don't think it's going to get any worse than what it is right now. Just being real.
on the bright side, if you get pregnant right now,
You don't think it's gonna
the
get
next
worse?
the next
School is already bad, bro.
Bro, it's gonna get worse.
School is
I'm
already
not gonna say
very
school's bad.
bad.
I'm not gonna say school's
Nah,
bad.
school is bad.
Because school wasn't bad in California.
Children aren't learning anything.
School was not bad in California.
You know, kids can't read.
Yeah.
Like,
Now,
A
yeah.
high
Legit
number
can't
of
read.
kids can't read.
Like,
Ever since
illiterate.
No.
the pandemic destroyed the school systems.
Yeah, they gave them fucking laptops and shit.
but I don't even think that's the problem.
It's
not-
Bro, school has been going down.
Work from home for
when
school.
we
is
were
crazy, bro.
when we were in school, school was bad, bro. It didn't get any better.
That's what I'm saying. I'm not going to say that because it wasn't bad when I was in California. It's bad out here.
I don't know
It's
if California.
definitely bad out
it's
here.
not here. I mean, I've been to 9 schools, 2 states. It's not just Georgia or California. I think
Yeah.
the problem is, as an entirety in the U.S., we teach to test. We don't teach.
Yeah.
We teach children how to pass an exam, answer uniform
So you
questions.
learn memorization.
Yeah, so we're not teaching anymore. But I mean, the system as a whole is messed up. We base how many prisons we build off of a 3rd grade reading level, and kids in 3rd grade can't even read anymore. So it's like, what do? We're trying to prepare children for a workforce because that's what the school system was set up for. But now it's like, what workforce? What? I think that's what the limbo is. And instead of us just reverting back to basics, reading, writing, kids don't even know how to make a sentence.
No.
They don't know how to talk. They don't know how to
Well, yeah.
communicate. They don't know how to write.
Yeah.
They're learning everything
They're
from
saying kids don't know how to hold pencils because they're typing or they're on the iPads the whole time.
they're learning everything from online.
Damn sure don't know how to write in cursive.
That was the one thing that never made sense to me.
I
Like,
can read and write in cursive.
They used to tell us in school, oh yeah, when you get to high school, you got to write in cursive.
But do you know why it was important? These kids can't read the Declaration of Independence or any older documents that are formally written in cursive. How are you going to read that? I know adults that are older than me that can't read in cursive.
That's crazy. That's actually crazy.
Like,
It is, but at the same time, cursive is no longer
But
a used.
if you
way
go
of
if you go
format.
into a museum and you see an old declaration or
Yeah.
anything,
They're in cursive.
it's going to look like hieroglyphs or
True.
braille, or you're just not going to know what it is.
Isn't that the state of the world though? Like, isn't that just how it is? Like, that's a piece of history now, right? So when you look at the Egyptians, you see their hieroglyphs.
Mhm.
That probably was readable to them.
For
But
sure.
over time, languages evolve. So the fact that we can't read the Declaration and all that because it's not the standard anymore, it makes sense, right?
But it's the same standard that can't. I'm not saying that you have to be able to like write and speak in Old English.
No, I get
But
you.
cursive, handwriting, writing, reading, math, formulating a sentence, and being able to talk. These should have a cohesive, coherent conversation. Even pronouns to be properly used. Those are things that we should have being taught in school.
Yeah.
I mean, I get it, but
Verbs, adjectives, like people just
I
don't
think-
even know how to
I don't
formulate a
think-
sentence.
I agree with forming sentences and
Spelling,
speaking properly.
there,
Yes.
them,
That is
they,
that is
their,
very
twos.
important. But
Nothing.
I also feel like with the advent of technology, handwriting is going to become more of a art instead of a requirement.
Well, hopefully when these aliens come, they just, cut the
I
power.
mean, the
What are you
aliens,
going to do?
Right.
aliens probably don't even have handwriting themselves.
You don't think so?
I think they have
why,
some form of.
Why would you need analog writing? Doesn't in a technologically advanced world, it doesn't really have a place besides to like maybe keep a secret. You know what I'm saying? That's about
You
it.
gotta keep it secret.
And I would assume that if these are a higher level intellect being, they would not have secrets amongst themselves because secrets are like a lower human basic thing or whatever.
So you don't need
They
no
explained
privacy?
it in if you were to get rid of privacy and everybody were to act, it's the hive mind. It's like a hive mind kind of theory, right? If everybody has no secrets, no ill intents or anything like that, nothing that you can hide from the next person, you can't lie. It's in third body
No, I
problem.
remember.
If you can't lie or any of that stuff, then you as a society are capable of moving forward.
But
Because
sometimes it's good to lie.
we think that, yes, because that's how we were born and that's how we were raised and that's
But I
the
mean, like, if
society
you're
we
not
lived
feeling
in.
good and you go around a group of friends and they're like, "Oh, how are you?" and you're like, "I'm good. Like, we're good."
But why
Because
would you?
you guys are making me feel better, and it's like I don't want to bring down the mood. Like, that's not hurting anybody.
I don't think that would bring
You
down.
could
the-
infect them though.
Yeah, exactly.
But no, like if you're bringing good vibes, like if you're just
but
not
that's-
in a good mental state, but like
You-
you're
you
bringing
still-
good vibes,
you
like
still could affect them though.
you think.
Yeah, people can tell when you're not happy. If they're your real friends, they should know when you're not happy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like if I pulled up on these guys and we were hanging out and like I'm not like laughing, joking, making all kinds of hullabaloo, they gonna be like, "Yo, bro, you good? Like you chill over there. You good?
Yeah, I'm good.
Yeah." So I think I do understand the premise of like not having secrets would allow because it means you have no selfish desires. Having secrets means there's some selfish impulse inside of you that's saying, "Well, I don't need to tell you," or "There's no need for you to know because this is only for me," right? So if you get rid of that whole concept of I need to keep this from people and everybody just shared everything the way they need to and people didn't act in secrecy, things would probably be on the level because nobody would have distrust. And without distrust, we can all push towards doing what we think is the right thing to do because it's like, I know that I'm doing the right thing because they're going to appreciate it. They're going to appreciate it. They're going to appreciate it. You know
It
what I'm
depends
saying?
on the secret too, though.
Because I feel like secrets are good.
It just depends on it. Like
I don't even know
obviously,
anything.
a secret birthday or something like that, birthday party, that's cool. But you know, the bad secret, hey, I'm slick cheating on my wife or something like that. You don't want that.
But see, that's the thing. You wouldn't do that in a society where that doesn't exist. That just not. You're giving. You would have to give up like on those. It's basically
You
giving
wouldn't even
away.
have wives, bro. Honestly, like you wouldn't even have.
More than
partners.
likely, we wouldn't know.
You wouldn't have
You
partners.
wouldn't have anything. You wouldn't
No.
have a job. You wouldn't have any. Like, how do you feel today? Fuck you. Like, what?
But because we're humans,
Like-
because we're humans and we have a conscience and we've developed to our point where we are, we want all that. We've seen in history where people took all of that. So it's like because
You
in
can
the
have it
past
all.
they took it, we want to take it. Well, going back to the whole education thing and the whole like I get where you're coming from. Like, yeah, this is a very serious situation. It sucks that we live in this society, but it's very much how we as people process it, right? Some people process you are processing it in a sense of like, I don't like this. I hate this.
Logical,
This
and
is
reasonable,
terrible.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Yeah. We're processing in a joking manner because this is the only way we can cope with the fact that we're
For
fucked.
sure.
And
I just
like,
in the context of the conversation.
and I get you. I get you. We're not laughing at we're laughing at the irony of this situation. This is a very ironic situation for us. to be
Insanely
in.
ironic.
It is an incredibly ironic situation, and all I can do is laugh at it because it's like it's so crazy that I can't even believe this is real. I can't believe we're having this conversation. Like this is like a joke that just is being written by who? Who's writing this joke?
Ashton need to come on out.
So you know, it's like we're looking at it from a lens of like, well, maybe if I can just giggle, maybe I'll feel a little bit better about it. But I know nothing's going to change, right? And in order for us to fix any of this, it would require a whole systematic overhaul of everything: our policies, our politics, how people in the our country operate together. And that's just not something we're capable of.
It's not gonna happen.
We've been having these conversations since the politics when our faith in humanity is just not there. Right? Well, my faith in humanity is not there. I don't believe that people will be able to come up out of themselves and do more and do something. Even if something bad were to happen, even if we had something like an alien invasion that was that should unite us, I don't think that would unite us.
I don't think an alien would.
I don't think that will cause
Yeah,
us
you
to
think an alien
unite
would do what?
because we are selfish.
I don't think it would unite us.
No, I don't think so either. We're selfish, right?
No,
we would
yeah.
have to face a serious mass extinction, like everybody dying. There's nobody who's going to be able to save themselves.
Start all over.
Like
Hard
they're
reset.
going to destroy the entire. Like this world is going to be wiped. You think if you make a deal with them, you're good? No, you're dead.
I don't even think then it would work.
Probably not. Shit.
Because then
But,
I still think it would be self-preservation. Like,
yeah. Yeah, they would start trying to build ships
I
to
think it's
escape.
in our nature to try to like
Self-preserve,
live.
yeah.
Like,
It is.
Yeah,
And that's the
so
thing. And some people have it where they want to try and live and in a righteous way and everybody else lives. And then there's some people at the base, it's the selfish one. Like, I want to live.
Yeah.
Fuck everybody else. I want to live. So that's like, and that's kind of how we operate as a people. Like, if it doesn't affect me immediately, does it matter to me? No. But people don't look at the bigger picture of this does affect me and it should matter to me. Who the president is does affect you and it should matter. The people he puts in office should matter to you, even though it doesn't seem like it because you don't follow the laws or you might be outside of the law. It does affect you.
Yeah.
It affects your children if you have them. It affects anybody who you even care about, if you do care about somebody. That includes yourself. So, you know, it's just a whole systematic like thing. It's humanity is so complex, but at the same time, we're not. Like, it's crazy. But yeah, I mean, that's just our thoughts on what. That's why I'm like making the jokes that I am because it's. I get where you're coming from. Like you don't
To
want
laugh,
to. You
to
don't
stop
want to
crying.
incite. You don't want people to take it and use it. But at this point in time, people take whatever they want and use it however they want. Somebody could come on stage and be telling us the most righteous speech ever, and they'll take it, chop it and screw it, make a remix song out of it, make it stupid. If they say any words that can be misconstrued as something that's kind of like homosexual or whatever, they're gonna do that. Like, you know, it's over with. Like it's
Wow.
over with. There's no seriousness in anything, right?
Yeah.
So it's really hard. But on this cabinet thing, man, this is gonna be an interesting 4 years. I don't think we're done though. I think we'll survive
Survive what?
these next 4 years.
Oh, yeah, I mean,
I
one
think
day,
we'll
yeah.
make it through.
How many years do you think it's gonna take to rebuild?
After him?
It's gonna take a good 10 years.
Well,
Yeah, I was thinking a decade.
It'll take 12. It'll
Like
take 3 more
minimum.
terms. Yeah.
But
Minimum.
we need terms.
But
With,
he has
we
to-
need terms with people who are going to actively try and fix the problem.
He has to fuck up though too.
What do you mean?
We have to see damage.
I think
Yeah.
we're already seeing it.
I don't think we're seeing the full scope of it. We're seeing the
Like-
start. We're seeing like the cracks, but these are the cracks that you would expect, right? So like the
Inflation,
Ukraine thing
yeah.
happening, that's something that I kind of expect.
But let's
right?
see what he does, because like I said, I have people who've said, regardless of the tax programs and how they work or how certain presidential policies work, he said if the person in office, if the person in office and my life is good, that's the person I want, no matter who made the tax program, no matter who made the policies. And I feel like his sentiment is with a lot of people. They don't care about what policies they make. Who's in office? Am I getting money? Is my rent lowered? They don't care.
Right.
So when I say damage, I mean like, okay, will they see when the damage comes later when he's out of the office? Who will they attribute that to?
I don't think people remember. Like we have a very short-term memory.
And that's why he's in right now.
But I think that what will make this different is Elon's involvement,
You think Elon gonna fuck it up?
for sure.
He gonna blow it up, huh?
For sure.
Yeah, I agree.
For
too.
sure. Because him having the power to be over everybody that regulates him and is saying like, hey, this is bad for the environment. Hey, your cars break down. Hey, your gas pedal is stuck on your first 1,000 vehicles that you have out. Hey, you're messing all this stuff up and people are going to die. Like, think about how many people have Teslas. Think about how many people have the Tesla trucks. Think about how many people hop on new trends as soon as things are out and don't even like wait it out. I think he's going to, Trump is going to approve everything, and Elon is going to try to move too fast because obviously this stuff is already in production. He's ready.
Yeah.
Stocks are going up. He's ready to go. He did the soft launch with the Tesla. Everybody ate it up. Now, I mean, you can use Teslas and just rent them in order to do Uber and DoorDash. He's partnered with all these people to make it such an essential part.
Right.
Now you have people with products that aren't tested, aren't guaranteed to be safe, aren't guaranteed to help you or work, and they're everywhere. They're everywhere. So if Teslas just start blowing up, if charging stations just start blowing up because it's done improperly, they overheat, boom. Think like in my complex, there's a Tesla charging unit on every floor. If one at the middle blows up, like what? All the electric cars, like there's just so many different things that I can see going wrong just because of greed, I don't think we're going to be able to ignore it. I don't think we'll remember the correct people to blame.
That's what I'm saying. I think that's the part where
But
that's what people fuck it up at. Because there's always somebody blaming. There's always the trail. People don't look for the trail.
and Trump is gonna say, it
It
was
wasn't
Elon,
me.
not me.
Exactly.
Like I didn't do anything.
Right.
Like he did it. He was supposed to, I don't know.
Because that's what he's been doing against Kamala and against Joe Biden. It wasn't me. It's them.
I mean, that's how it always goes in the presidency, isn't it? Like,
But that's
the
the
policies
that's
that
the
are
main
affecting
danger.
you all right now were not my policies. They're the last president's policies. So now Trump has got the opportunity to say, all these stuff that's fucking y'all up
Oh,
right
for
now,
sure.
it's all Biden's fault. And then whoever comes after Trump can say, it's all Trump's fault. And it's just the line
But Trump's gonna do the
continues.
same thing that he did when he got in office after Obama. I did this. Everything's great because I did this. This is me. This is my world.
Yeah, he's going to take credit
I'm
for
here.
the good,
Yeah, that's what I'm
and
saying.
he's going to pass off the bad.
I had
It's
a
crazy.
nigga tell me Trump ain't signed up for the vaccine. Like he told, like, you know who he is. They told me he didn't sign up for the vaccine. When I pulled up the motherfucking form to tell him, hey, bro, you see his name is on there. He said, oh no, that wasn't Trump. That was his team.
But that's the problem with
That's next level glazing.
I think people in these like super overzealous beliefs. It's similar to religion. Like in the way that they look at Trump, it's very cult like. It's like if you're in church and you ask a question about the Bible and they're like, oh, because I said so. Oh, trust in God. Oh, whatever. It's the same with Trump. They're like, oh, he didn't do it. Like nothing is his fault. Key deflection. When it's good, it's all him. And when it's bad, it was somebody else.
Yeah.
Oh, well, he's the president. He doesn't sign everything. Well, he doesn't see everything. He can't agree to everything. But then that doesn't make sense.
Right.
Like you're allowing your emotions to cloud your many sensibilities that you should have. Like it should be sensible to say the president of the United States, if his signature is on something, he should be aware of it. He should be knowledgeable and not just be like, oh, well, my wife signed that. I was out sick. I was golfing that day. Like what?
Yeah. I don't know. It's going to be interesting. I'm very curious to see because I get what you're saying about the whole Elon thing. I do think the world is just driving in a direction of we're going to eventually have to ditch gas vehicles anyway. So
I don't think
the
so.
whole like electric vehicle thing, I mean, everybody's kind of on the wave now. Even the major dealers, you got Honda, Ford, Toyota, all of them are making like electric EV
Because
enabled
California is
vehicles.
going to absolutely ban gasoline.
But it's going
Yeah.
to be like the roofs. Like when everybody went to like do the roofs and that was like a big thing and everybody getting the...
Or like solar panels.
Yeah, that's not even working out. Like Florida home insurance doesn't even cover the majority of solar panels because they can't guarantee the safety. Like that's crazy to me. You can't get your home insured with a solar panel, but it was mandated. I think it's a fad. I think it's quick. Everybody loves
think
it, and then
electric's
it's
a
gonna
fad?
be.
I don't think electric is going to be.
I
a
do.
fad. I do.
I don't
think
think
that's
it's
going to
sustainable,
become.
and I don't think we have it to do.
I think it will become more because people are trying to find a way to get away from oil, right?
Right, but I don't think the grid is powerful enough to
So that's the
handle
thing.
it.
It's going to take a large overhaul of our
The
electrical system, which is
infrastructure's gonna-
something
yeah.
that's going to have to happen anyway because of our technology. You know, what is it? They say it. Somebody said it recently. It was like it takes a certain amount of years for technology to improve, and it doubles every time. That was
what
on
you told
Third
Pantheon.
World
Yeah,
Prop.
Pantheon.
that was on Pantheon,
It's on
right?
Pantheon
Yeah,
Facts,
Pantheon
yeah.
said
Yeah.
like technology approves it like
It
it
doubles exponentially
every time, every 3 to 5 years. I think
Yeah, something
it
like
is.
that. Yeah, 4 or 8 years. or
So
some
when
shit,
we drop a new technology, we speed up even faster. So
Yeah.
they're going to have to improve the power grid. Electricity is going to be it's been the number one source of energy. I think it's past fossil fuels. So it's just bound to happen. I mean, we're just going to have to get with it. Before I mean, honestly,
Would you guys drive electric?
yeah, hell yeah.
if I say this because if it has a good range and everything, my mother has an electric car and that thing sucks.
I ain't gonna lie, I love
That car has no.
I love Teslas. I like driving them.
Some of them look cool, but for me, I just feel like we don't know the long-term effects.
We don't know.
It
That's
almost
facts.
reminds me of like when you were told not to stand.
Oh my
What?
god. You gotta tell her, bro. Cause
What?
tell her, bro. These niggas is
Oh, it's
Sick.
a joke from like Family Guy or something. No, it was a joke from something. It's a joke from something
American
that
Guy.
said
One of them things.
it was
man.
one of them. They say Tesla drivers suck their own dicks.
Oh yeah.
It was a joke from something, but I can't remember what it is.
But anyway,
But for you guys made me forget what I was saying. I think I don't know about the long-term effects, and for women, I would be concerned. I feel like there's already a really, really, really high infertility rate that's increasing amongst women,
Oh,
and
you
like
think
with
the
the
cars are
increase of
causing it?
IVF and things like that. I just think I remember like as a kid, it's like don't stand in front of the microwave.
Yeah.
Like you don't know what you're getting, but like you're sitting inside of like a microwave, and it's in your
Walk around
house
with
and charging.
Tiny little.
Right, but I think as a car, like there was a woman on I think TikTok, and she was saying like she was getting the worst migraines, and like she was having a lot of issues from the sun exposure from her roof,
Yeah.
and she was like her hands were hurting, like she was having a lot of long-term problems, and she was like it was just affecting my everyday. Got rid of the car, and now she's fine. So I would just be curious to see like a Tesla driver in 10 years. I would love to see like medically.
There might be some people who are being affected for sure. Because, like you said, there's radio waves. There's all
Yeah,
kinds
like,
of
I would
waves
just-
and
Before
radiation
I
and all
hopped
that.
on board, I would just want to know like what am
What's
I
going
getting
on,
into?
yeah.
Like
But
I
I
don't want to
think-
be a part of a talcum Johnson & Johnson baby powder
Facts,
in
yeah.
20 years.
Aspartame and all that other shit.
Yeah, like oh thanks,
I
good
mean,
to
you
know
gotta
now.
remember too that we're all like this is all stuff that we're doing that we don't know.
It's all
how
trial
gonna
and
turn
error
out,
for
yeah.
sure, but that's
So,
I'll let other people do
Some
it.
people are gonna have to be the guinea pigs, unfortunately. You just not gonna be one of them.
They will not be me.
He's like,
I got my nice little Acura. I'm chilling. I'm good.
That's cool. That's cool. Well, I want to go ahead and kick it into Keisha and said it. She sent us a video. We're gonna watch that, put that up for you guys, and then we're gonna come back in and let you guys know what we think.
Hey guys, I got a Keisha Dunn said it for you. Let me know what you think about this. It says, my husband cheated on me, but doesn't know that I know. I first noticed it when he would come home and he was happier than usual. He was just acting different. I thought something was up, but tried not to think about it. This lasted for a few weeks until he started to act cold and distant. One night, I went through his phone, and as I suspected, he was cheating. He had her stored as Sweet Cheeks. I was pissed. Of course, they were fighting at the time, so that made me feel a little better, but I did the only thing left to do. I cheated as well. I started to mirror what he did, coming home happy while he was in his funk. I started to dress sexy again, but would not let him touch me. And at first, I felt satisfied, but after 3 weeks, reality set in. I was filled with regret. I wanted to fall back in love again, but I'm not sure how to work past this. I know we have to get therapy, but what do y'all think? Should I come clean about the infidelity or just try to move on past it?
So, nigga, Sweet Cheeks?
Why?
And the
Which
phone,
cheeks were
nigga?
sweet?
You know what I'm saying? The phone, nigga?
Could have at least did Pizza Hut or
Like,
something.
what?
Papa
Sweet
John's
Cheeks is crazy.
something.
That's one.
I love it.
Two, ladies, get back. Honestly, never works in y'all favor. Just real shit. Y'all just gonna have to cut it. You know what I'm saying? You guys just gotta make a business decision. You either gonna stay with him because he's cheating, or you just gotta leave. You know what I'm saying? Like get back don't do nothing. Just make y'all relationship 1,000 times worse. I promise you. Even if the dude is cool with it, which if you were cool with it, I don't even know what to tell you. You tripping. You know what I'm saying? Your girl, you cheated. Your girl cheated. If you think that shit is okay, both of y'all got a mental problem. So listen, just cut it. Like I don't get it. If you don't like him cheating, cut it. That's all you can do. Ain't no come back from that unless y'all on some real spiritual tie type shit, and that's like the probability of that is like 0.0000001 or something like that. So you got to cut it, homie.
The
Like
mathematician.
straight up, yeah. You got to bring the math in it because nigga, that shit don't make no sense anyway. You know what I mean?
I
So
think it's funny.
that shit crazy.
I'm glad you got your get back. I am glad. Good for you. Listen,
See, she like that shit.
Don't sit around and be sad, girl.
It's crazy. It's a waste of time. Like get back is a waste of time.
I think the get back was to see if she still cared about her man
Okay.
and to see if like she could cheat. And then I think it was to see if he noticed because her response was very emotionally driven. It was, I did what he did. I mirrored what he did. She didn't say she was getting dressed up because she wanted to look cute for the guy she was cheating with.
Mhm.
She wanted to get dressed up to see if her husband noticed, and he didn't.
Just so he could try to hit and not hit. It's like
So he could feel the same way that she felt. So I think the issue is, girl, the relationship is dead.
hell yeah.
Like, and not because of the cheating, but because he's checked out. If he doesn't realize, one, that you were cheating, 2, that you've completely done a 360 in how you dress, how you talk, like everything that you're doing. He's very checked out. So I don't think therapy is going to fix that.
Hell no.
Because I feel like you collected the signs before he cheated, ignored it. He found somebody, Sweet Cheeks, made him feel happy, brought the best out in him. He started dressing better, started caring about his appearance, doing things, you know? So it's like, I don't know how you come back from being checked out.
No.
Like, do you just talk about your issues? Hey, you need to get dressed up more. Hey, you need to do this. But I feel like there's an emotional, mental, and physical connection missing. He didn't realize that she was getting dressed up. He didn't realize that she emotionally wasn't there. He didn't realize mentally she wasn't there. She's saying she wants to tell on herself. Like, that means that man is so, like, out of it. He just...
he gone.
that relationship is dead. Try again. What you think?
2 wrongs don't make a right. You know what I'm saying? But 3 wrongs will make a left. So, no, but anyway, no, it doesn't make sense. I think it's funny that in relationships, there's always this like weird silent war period that happens before they break up. And I call it a silent war because it's like, oh, you doing something, so I'm going to do something.
Tit for tat.
But we're not going to talk about it.
Mm-hmm.
We're just going to operate against each other secretly, super passive aggressive and like undercover. So like she said he was cheating. She didn't confront him. Her response was, let me go cheat. She proceeded to cheat. She never told him about cheating. She never confronted him about cheating. So it's like, what's even going on?
I think she didn't want to confront him because then she knew the relationship would be over.
It was over when he cheated.
But
it was over.
I think she was trying to salvage it in whatever like backwards way, which maybe you need therapy to figure out why you were okay with that and why you still want somebody that clearly doesn't want you. But I think in that situation, like, okay, he cheated, but if I say it and he's like, oh, I'm glad you know, bye. Now what? She clearly wants her relationship to work. So it's
I don't know, because she cheated. How could you
cheated
expect
to get a reaction from him? So it was like, you slap me, so I slap you harder.
How can you cheat to want your relationship to work? Like by cheating, everybody look, everybody knows this. I don't care what nobody says. By cheating, you know what the fuck you're doing. There's no way you can cheat and be like, oh yeah, this will fix everything. There's no way.
So let's say hypothetically, your dude cheated, right?
Mm-hmm.
You cheated back.
Mm-hmm.
Would you get back with that nigga if he was cool with you cheating? Would you get back with a nigga that's cool with somebody cheating?
Yeah. Because I feel like, how do you want me to be woman enough to admit that like I have faults in our relationship, but you can't be man enough to admit that you have faults? Because nobody just cheats. Nobody just wakes up and is like, oh, just slipped and fell on some dick today. Like, that's not realistic. Like, if you're cheating, there's something that's lacking from you. Maybe I'm not giving you what you need emotionally. Maybe I'm not there for you mentally. Maybe you feel like you can't confide in me. But little Miss Sweet Cheeks over here, you could tell her your whole life.
But why would I tell you that before I get with Miss Sweet Cheeks? Like, why wouldn't I divulge
I'm saying if we're
before?
together and I haven't made it a safe environment. We've had several conversations where you both have said if a girl says certain things, that wall is just there. Like, you're not going to feel comfortable to open up and talk about certain things with them.
Who's more of the man, though? The nigga who cheats or the nigga who tells you, ayo, I am...
Of course, tell you, but that's not what we're given. Like, of course, I would want you to tell me, but if that wall is already there and you seek it elsewhere, how can I be forced to be woman enough to say, okay, that's how I failed, but you can't be man enough to say, okay, if Ashley cheated, how did she cheat? Was it an emotional cheat? Did she sleep with him? Okay, well, she slept with him. Okay, well, I've been mad at her because I feel like I can't talk to her and I haven't slept with her in the last 6 months. Like, why can't you be man enough to say, you know what, that's why she did that because of this? I'm not saying either person is right for cheating, but if I have to take a step back and acknowledge I messed up, why can't you?
You know what I'm saying? Like, so you... Because I can never get with a girl who cheat on me. Like, once that happens, it's over with.
So
like,
do you feel like when you cheat, it's okay for them to be done with
that's
you?
why I don't cheat. I divulge.
Period. Okay.
It's like you get, because you have... If you
so cheating is your non-negotiable for either person?
There's no reason. I've never seen a reason,
There's no reason
to
to cheat
on somebody.
I agree.
There's never
But
a
the
reason to cheat.
hypothetical was not that. The hypothetical is we both cheating. Like, for me, I agree. Cheating in my relationship is non-negotiable. I will leave
But
you.
I think, I don't know. I think once you cheat, that's it. That's it. Because
yeah.
as people say, like, there's no trust.
Yeah, if there's no trust, there's no
You lose
relationship.
trust. I don't care if I forgive you. I don't care if you beg me to take you back or whatever.
Nah.
I'm gonna still think about that.
Yeah.
And
So
to your point about people cheat for reasons, yes, they do. But at the same time, if you did it that one time, I think what happens when you cheat one time and you forgive them, they're gonna cheat again.
Because the lack of respect.
Because you didn't make it a severe punishment. It's like I'm gonna do something that I know I'm gonna get in trouble for, and then depending on how much trouble I get in, I know if I can do it again. And if you just like, oh well, I forgive you, let's just go back to being happy, they're gonna do it again.
I have a cheating theory.
What's that?
My theory is that for men that cheat on their wives cheated when they were dating.
Okay.
And because they've never gotten caught or because they didn't care or whatever, they continue to cheat.
I think you told us about this
Yeah.
before.
you know, I think it's different because I look at the old niggas who got wives and they be talking about, yeah, I'm gonna get with young 27, 25. It's a thing where it's like, you know, your wife can't really get no prettier.
Ask them if they cheated on their wife when they were dating.
I don't think they did though. I think they was really with their wife
So
for like 20 years.
they're not.
But you
They're
can't-
cheating because they're old and something's not working. And they've been married for like 30, 40 years. So they're like
Yeah.
70, 80.
Yeah.
I mean, at that point, somebody's about to be done anyway. So just hold out. Like, why are you cheating? Like, it's...
Because that's the part that's like, to me,
I'm about
like,
to die and you worried about having
that's the
sex?
that's
That's
the only-
wild to me, dang. Like,
that's the only time where I could be like cheating. My wife's like 70, she can't even get out of bed or nothing.
but that, like, it sounds like she's about to die.
But
Why aren't you trying to enjoy your last
and she
little
trying to
moment?
jump on, like,
I don't
That's
know.
wild. I would haunt you.
you definitely.
Suffice to say,
Yes.
my advice to you in your relationship is I don't think there's much of a relationship left there because you guys are both cheating. And you don't,
Okay.
the biggest thing is y'all aren't communicating. If you're not even going to communicate about the cheating, then what's the point of being together? Because communication is like the main
Key.
point of a relationship, right? So I think you should go ahead and let this one go. And you should learn that if anything is bothering you, you should talk about it before you make an action because you've gone too far now. It's over with. He's gonna react even stronger to you for you cheating. And he probably might gonna make it seem like he ain't do nothing that bad. You really just put yourself in a corner. So
She
that's
probably
my advice.
does.
Like it's done. You're gonna have to let it go. Keep it moving.
Get back don't work.
Personal therapy is needed.
If get back works, what kind of nigga you got? Like, I'm just
Could
saying,
just
like,
be in a toxic relationship.
that's not a relationship no more. A toxic relationship is not a real relationship. That's just it's a fun time.
Is it fun?
Yeah.
It's doing a lot of damage to your mental for sure. So I don't think it's fun.
It depends on your mental though. If you have a solid mental, you know.
I'm trying to have mental warfare.
Yeah.
Crazy. Don't listen to him.
Yeah, I don't do toxic relationships.
But yeah, that's my advice. Anything else y'all got? Or
Yeah, I'm good.
See y'all
Get
next week.
therapy.
Look, y'all know who it is. It's your boy. If you don't know, you'll see it at the bottom. Whatever. Shout out.
Ashley?
All my stuff will be below.
Thank you all for watching. Make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe. You can follow me at @new_ties right there at the bottom. Follow the production, Nostalgia Unit ENT. And make sure you follow the Bridge ATL. With that being said, we thank you all. We'll be back. Christmas time's coming up.
Yes.
I might have a white beard or something. I don't know. We'll see.
Oh,
Thank you all for watching. Come back next time. Peace.
bye.